Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and a discussion and pros and cons of offering voluntary layoffs to your employees. There has been a lot written about layoffs and what to do and what organizations should do. So I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I've encountered over the years. So when you offer employees a severance package on their own instead of you making that decision for them, it gives them the decision. Sometimes it makes them feel better. Generally, a voluntary layoff package will be offered to all employees. But there is no set way of doing it specifically. It will factor depending on your situation, your organization's situation, and employee base, and so on. Make sure when you're offering a voluntary layoff that you're not discriminating by age, gender, or any other criteria that could be seen as discriminatory. You don't have to be a big company to do this. Any size company can do voluntary layoffs. You may need to do this because of financial issues with the company or to restructure or to reorganize or whatever the case may be. So how to go about it, here are some simple steps, 5-step process. Number one is think it through with the senior management team, what you want to accomplish, who you want to offer to. Number two, decide how much you will offer. Number three, document it, and this is where you would put it in a layoff letter for the people that you're looking to offer the voluntary layoff notice to. Number four, as this may be a significant issue from an employment situation, employee rights, Ministry of Labor, employment standards, and so on and so forth, make sure to get the assistance of an employment lawyer if necessary, if you're not able to do it yourself, and also get some advice from other people as well. Anything that you do to help the employee, offering them outplacement services, offering them coaching, resume writing, workshops, anything else like that will help you get some goodwill with them as well for the future. And then number five is give a deadline of when people need to accept it by. So that's the 5-step process. So here are some pros, some positives of why you want to do some voluntary layoffs. Number one is you don't have to make the decision on behalf of employees. They will make the decision, and they feel more in control when they're doing that. Number two, it does generally make employees feel better that it was their decision to leave instead of making the decision for them. And it sends a better message to the other remaining employees as well that you have. And number three is, generally speaking, it's you have a less of a risk of getting hit by a lawsuit if somebody leaves. So if you terminate them, one of the first calls they might make is to an employment lawyer. Hey, I'm going to get more from the company, and then you're into paying legal fees and so on and so forth. So there's just generally less risk, obviously, if they take a voluntary layoff and they're the ones signing off on a release. So make sure there's a release in there, of course, when you're terminating. So a couple of cons, a couple of negatives about offering layoff notices or temporary layoff, or offering the employee a voluntary layoff, just to be clear, is one is that you might have an employee that decides to take a layoff, a voluntary layoff that you weren't expecting, and that person could be a key person within your organization, or you weren't expecting that they were going to take it, but they take the money and kind of take off. And then number two is you may have more employees accept the offer than you had anticipated. So it might be more of a situation where you didn't really expect that. There are situations, of course, as well where you put out the voluntary layoff notices and you don't get enough people that accept it. And at that point, you might have to sweeten it to make it more attractive for people to accept it if you're looking to cut a certain number of people. So in conclusion, if you don't hit the number of people that you are looking, you may have to sweeten it to make more accepted. And you may also, when you're offering voluntary layoffs, you may offer outplacement services as well. That's where an outplacement firm can help with some coaching, resume writing, interviewing tips, and so on for the people that are being laid off. This is kind of a nice, there are costs attached to it. It's a nice gesture when you're terminating someone that you treated them with care, and just like they've cared for your organization as well over the months or years that they've been working with you as well. So, but voluntary layoffs at the end of the day can be a great way to achieve your goals. and it can be a great way to keep the brand healthy and have it done it properly and professionally for employees. And the remaining employees will feel that you cared about them and that you took the time to offer people the termination properly, and also that they had an opportunity to say goodbye to their coworkers and friends and whatnot that they've developed, and the relationships that they've developed at your organization. So yeah, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. If you are looking to downsize, we do offer outplacement services through our TorontoJobs.ca outplacement services division. You can email outplacement@TorontoJobs.ca. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, which is, my name is Marc, M-A-R-C, Marc with a C, and last name is B like Bob, E-L-A-I-C-H-E. And, if there's anything I can help you out with, by all means, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can give me a call. My phone number is 905-812-5627. That's 905-812-5627, and I'm at extension 2873. I look forward to connecting with you. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care.